Okay, so let's see what we got. Republican Katie. So with that, you know what I mean? Let's see, I think my class is on. Businessman.
Up next.
So, I was like, oh, well, what about things you said? Well, look, I don't know how intuition is, road. It's like, it's a face, it's a fan.
Month after month, I'm doing it
Well,
all.
to be honest with you, to generate regress, and to digress, and to generate digress into a form, it's like, you double down considerably, but then at the same time, you just kind of fizzle out and just make sense. You kind of just make sense. And that's it. You can't deny the Southeast Asian blood or whatever. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? But you can kind of like say, oh, we don't even know each other, such and such, and be like, oh, you know what? And so what happened to this so-called Auntie Nay? Well, who is this Auntie Nay? Why is it that all of a sudden when people turn 18 around here, around in the poverty class, all of a sudden everybody catches amnesia about things, you know? So all of a sudden there's a shift in thought and stuff like that, and these kind of thinking, and kind of thoughts and stuff. And then not so much, oh, I'm single again, or not so much, or maybe it is that, you know, I'm single again, or I'm free of child support, or right, the tax deduction doesn't apply anymore. We have to reorganize it to grandfather it into like grandmother deductions and stuff like that. So I mean, if you're gonna say, oh, it's all like, you know, ethical, it's all ethical and emotional and stuff like that, or it's too emotional, really, you're just kind of like small business a little bit, and it's only just kind of like a small business. So whether you're invited or not, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, that's how it is. And so, because, you know, first time, shame on you. Second time, third, fourth, a millionth time, shame on me. And that's usually how that goes. And usually, in general, even when you try to get something, you try to, like, you know, say, oh, you know what, why don't you treat me now, or what do you call it, eighth or something like that. She's charged. And even when, oh, I'm busy driving and stuff, it's unreliable, you know what I mean? It just tries to pigeonhole you into, like, saying, hey, such and such. How much is that? Where does this number 55,000 come from, okay? All of a sudden, everybody's tucked away and stuff like that, and like, oh, you know, I'm doing that. Okay, I must have said something in the blog, like, you know, you try it again, okay, it'll get a lot worse, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and unless you take care of it, I'm not saying it like that, but it seems like nobody really cares about what we're thinking over here and stuff like that. So, you know, you catch amnesia about, and then I hate San Francisco and stuff like that. Like you have some type of history with it, right? Other than front at Union Square, right? And so, like, everybody else, good for you, man. That's what, you know, whatever's whatever, right? You know, even though you're a blockhead, you know. So it's like, what depression do you not derive? I am depressed. I take depression pills. I am conflicted in bipolarism. I am paranoid and stuff like that. You know, those things I am. I am. You know what I mean? I'm like autistic. You know what I mean? I have an autistic spectrum. You know what I mean? I have a digital tendency, binary tendency. You know what I mean? I have a very acute sense of arthritis. You know, you go that way. I mean, hell against me. So, okay, I want to go argue with some of those strangers and stuff like that, and be like, I never met them, but welcome to the family. Nah, I have an immediate nucleus here that I take care of on a daily basis. You know, and I have a car to take care of, and I don't care whether you say it's a tangent to be money, no, I'm like saying, well, references not, you know, pay these bills, you know what I mean, and such, and all this other stuff, and like, well, you know, relatives are like, hey, goes mom, hey,
Les Schwab Partners, doing the right thing since 1952. This is CNN.
do this.
Provide Meso
You don't do this at all for us.
Meso can be
All this other nonsense.
with 9 offices across the
And
country.
like, you know,
Call us at 1-800-2.
so like, oh, it's like in a blighted area. Commercials.
There's someone missing from cable TV at the impeachment debate. Reach out. The president, television lawyer, Giuliani. CNN has been Giuliani